when we're selling clean food or healthy food to consumers, the first sale comes because of our marketing. We tell people it's grass-fed, we tell them it's organic, we tell them it's regenerative, and they say, oh, that sounds great, I'll buy it, even though it's more expensive. If we have to sell them again on those attributes for the second sale, we have failed. As a consumer, I don't have time to become an expert at regenerative farming. It's easy for someone to sell me a product that isn't really that's regenerative in name only. And I'm okay with that, honestly, because the first thing that has to happen is we have to create a nation of thoughtful eaters. That thoughtful eating, initially, there's going to be a bunch of liars and cheaters and scammers. That's always part of any new industry and anything that happens. But eventually, the truth wins in the end. My message for a consumer is, you don't have to be perfect at this. You're going to buy some things that in hindsight you think, oh, that actually wasn't what it said it was. That does not mean that everybody's like that. And that does not mean that you need to stop buying or caring or being thoughtful about what you eat. It's a journey towards figuring out what kind of food matches your financial objectives, how much money do you have to spend on food, your health objectives, and your commitment to eating in a different way. I'm Todd Churchill from Cannon Falls, Minnesota. I've been in regenerative agriculture for over 25 years. Started one of the first grass-fed beef companies called Thousand Hills Cattle Company back in 2003. That sent me on a journey to learn how to produce beef that not only was grass-fed, but was the most incredible eating experience possible. I went and found all of the experts in the beef industry. And I said, here's what I want to do. I know there are consumers that want grass-fed beef. I want to produce grass-fed beef that is just as good or better eating as grain-fed beef. And that doesn't exist in the marketplace today. So how do I do that? And every single one of them said, that is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. You cannot do that. The reason we feed grain to cattle is because when you don't, the beef is it's horrible to eat. It's tough, it's gamey, it's rank. You can't sell it. Corn is what makes beef palatable. So I came away obviously discouraged from all of those initial conversations, and I had to find what we would call heretics or mavericks that were doing these things anyway, even though the conventional wisdom said they couldn't be done. Corn just provides an abundant source of carbohydrate, of digestible energy to the cattle's diet. We can create a similar level of digestible energy from non-grain sources. I grew up with a 500-head feedlot with a conventional cattle business, and I thought I knew something about cattle, and I had to unlearn most of what I thought I knew and start over and learn that it was really all about having vibrant soil health that created high Brix plants that were of optimal health themselves, that then when fed to cattle produced the most amazing eating experience possible. And through that journey from 2003 to 2015, I met such amazing people like Dr. Alan Williams and like Peter Bick and Russ Conser, who's a partner of mine in a new company we have called Standard Soil. We're bringing regenerative beef supply chains to large-scale beef buyers. Demonizing all grain as bad all the time, I don't think is the answer anymore. There was a time when I did. What I think now we need to figure out is how do we regeneratively raise grain, and how do we feed it in a way that allows us to capture all of the energy that's in that grain, either in the form of weight on cattle or in the form of the manure. There's a lot of energy that's in that manure that goes to waste when we feed that grain in a dirt lot. We've done a great job teaching soil health principles. Soil Health Academy, Understanding Ag, what the work that Peter's done with Carbon Cowboys and getting that message out. We are teaching people about ecological health. I'm convinced that improving your soil's water holding capacity as just one metric has a dramatic impact. Soil health and regenerative agriculture is growing food today in a way that increases my capacity to grow more food of higher quality in the future.